And we are live. Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. It has been a crazy day for me. If you were watching this morning, we had the live stream going. We're about 30 or so minutes in, and then I just totally spilt my tea all over my laptop. So super annoying. I went to the Apple store, got it checked out. It's gonna be a few days. They're gonna have to check on it, but it was an older laptop. They're saying it's gonna be like 700 bucks. So I came back home, checked my old laptop. Garbage, wasn't even working, so I was like, you know what, I can't wait 3 days, and it's an older laptop, so I just went out and I got another one, and I haven't been able to look at the, thanks man, thanks for the message, yeah, it's getting sorted out. So yeah, so I ended up getting a laptop, so we are back, and I haven't been able to look at the charts all day, but I've been getting a few notifications. Stocks are taking a huge dump. They were up positive, and with some news that came out regarding the new variant, things are taking a dump. So we're going to look at the news, and we're going to look at the charts. We'll go over everything and see what potential setups we might have for the rest of the week. So I'm going to go through everything. Again, more of a chill video. You know, I haven't looked at anything yet, so we'll do it together. And if you have questions, let me know. I'll check in the chat every once in a while. So starting out, let's take a look at the news. So I know that it was the first case in the States was found with the new variant. So that is what's happening. If we take a quick look, my charts might look different because it's a brand new laptop, so I'm still like logging into everything, but it's pretty nuts. We were up positive for the day. You can see with this daily wick, and then on the 4 hour, we have just been dropping quite a bit. So stock's not good. Oil's down almost 4%. Really, this is really an interesting time. Our next support, this is the 4 hour. Next support is down here at 33.8-ish. So this is what we're going to have to look for. I don't even have the moving averages on my chart yet, so bear with me. Shapes. Rectangle. So it looks like we obviously have this support here. So that's something that we need to keep an eye on. I don't think there's any really valid fib at this point from here. We've broken through the 61. We did get the bounce, but that's it. So no fib for the buy. We'd have to look at more of kind of a major level, which let's do that. Just the bull run is just insane when you look at it on the weekly. Not that we're going to actually retrace necessarily to one of these major levels, but let's throw on the 23. So again, obviously we've got the support here at 32,300, but that is just so huge. So I'm not going to, give any doomsday predictions just yet. We're down 1% now. It's moving pretty fast though, I will admit. This is the 38. So we've got the 23 coming up here. So that's our first fib. Horizontal line. This guy right here. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't think this is going to turn out to be as bad as some people are expecting it to be. I think this is going to be a good buy opportunity. So don't get too afraid. I mean, things could turn bad very quickly, but I don't think it's going to be super crazy. You can take a screenshot of that, mark my word, I could be wrong, but I think it's a good buy opportunity for sure. So 34,000 is the round number. That's where we've got, apologies for this, that's where we've got the support level. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at gold. Gold hasn't moved too much. Oil is dropping quite a bit. Let's take a look at the news. I'll be very careful with my tea. So this is the news right here that we got. The White House responds to first U.S. Omicron strain with the vax up or get boosted, quote, blitz. Not sure how people are going to respond to that. So they're saying that existing vaccines will provide some level of protection against severe illness, which is kind of interesting considering that the Moderna CEO yesterday said that it's not going to provide that much protection. So kind of a paradox there. Urgent all adult. So it's really the news that the new variant is in the States. That's what's creating this dump. It's nothing too crazy. Yeah, California's already masked up. CDC statement, first confirmed case of Omicron variant detected in the United States. California and San Fran Departments of Public Health have confirmed that a recent case of COVID-19 was found in an individual in California. It was caused by the new variant. All close contacts have been contacted. So that's it. That's the news. It's Forex Live saying we're down 0.8. So this is interesting too. The first case was fully vaccinated and has mild symptoms. So that is probably moving markets as well. It's not just the fact that there is the case, it's the fact that they were fully vaccinated, because that's ultimately the fear. They were fully vaccinated. The traveler from Africa, mild symptoms, fully vaxxed, did not have a booster shot yet. The travel ban is a temporary measure. Yeah, so we'll know more about transmissibility in 2 to 2.5 weeks. I feel like the data will probably come out sooner rather than later. If it doesn't, the markets are going to be pretty wild for the next 2 to 2.5 weeks. But I feel like every day we're getting more and more information that's coming out. So I think within 2 weeks we'll have a very good idea as to how serious this is. But the market is not going to want to wait for 2 weeks, so it's starting to price in potentially worse case scenarios. Small bounce here. We're down 0.87. So I do think that, if we zoom in a little bit, this area here, this key level, is going to offer some support right there. Whoops. This guy right here. So we'll see if we get a bounce from here. Key level, that's at 34,000. I think I lost it, but yeah, it's right there with the 23 fib. So I'm not gonna just blindly buy that, but we'll take a look. So all that to say, see if you guys have any questions. Kevin, yeah, US 30 reminds me of September, the way it's bouncing down on the moving average. Totally. I agree. I don't even have the moving averages on here because it's a new laptop, so I need to pop those on. But let's take a look at some of our FX crosses just to see what's going on. Again, nothing's going to be charted up for me, so we'll just take a little bit of a look together. Stocks are dropping, pound yen is dropping big time. We've got this huge support. So we took the buy yesterday at 154.8. I'll put that in. 154.8. So that worked quite well, but now we're breaking through this support here. It's tough because it's a large zone. That's 148.9 to 148.8. See if we clone this trend line, if we can see where we might get a bounce. We did actually already get the bounce. You can see if we cloned it on the 4 hour, then we got the bounce right here. So not really relevant right now. I can't say it's really the best to have a bias on GJ right now because it all comes down to what's going to happen with the variant news. So it's just, it's dropping because of the negative risk sentiment, but the risk sentiment has been changing day after day. Monday was positive, Tuesday negative. Today we started out positive and now we're ending negative. So it's tough to develop a bias. So I don't think we should be looking at trades necessarily for the long term. It's going to be more of a, 30, 50 plus pip kind of environment. GJ, I know we had a few setups. There was one on Euro Aussie that looks like it's going to be missed. We're waiting for a buy, and we're just moving higher. Could be some kind of little head and shoulders here if we do drop. Go on to the daily. I think we've used most of the fib levels. We still have the 61. Okay, so this will be something to watch. 61, I don't think there's an additional fib here. Just the 61 and the 78. Yeah, that's right. As you can see, with only, you know, 5 or 6 pairs, we can forget things easily. So we've got this sell on EA. Flag that. So keep an eye there. 61. The 1.6 is just below the round number. 1.6. See how close we came on the 4 hour. About 25 pips, but we actually came to the 1.6, came about 30 pips. So I won't be taking it at 1.6 because we came closer. I'll wait for the fib. So you have to determine what you want to do there. If you want to risk it and get in at 1.6, you can because we have the key level there. Otherwise, put your pending at 61. Again, this is not financial advice, but put your pending at 61. Have enough room for the 78. There might be a fib here. I could put them on. Got this guy, so just bear with me. 200 EMA, 100, 200, that's perfect. We'll just do the styles. I do red for the short ones. 100. It's a lighter green than I'm used to, but we'll mix it up. Okay, so we've broken through here. Was there one on the weekly? Yeah, so we're bouncing right now from that 100 on the weekly. Right here you can see, so 1.6, we've still got this one here. So it's really the key level, the double fib, but it's a major fib, so I'm looking at that area. Pound Aussie, Euro New Zealand. What's looking interesting? Everything's just reversing the moves that it made, that the pairs made earlier today. If we get some kind of additional pullback here to the 38 is what I'm looking at. 38 right here. Okay. Do you guys have a pair or any questions that you want me to go over? If there's something specific, I know I only trade, 5 or 6 pairs. If there's one that you want me to go over or discuss about the news, we can totally do that. I understand it might be a little bit of a weird time for some of you that, work or whatnot, but I just wanted to hop on to show you guys what's going on. I hadn't looked at the charts all day for the reasons that we've discussed. So interesting reversal. EA seems like potentially the best setup so far. That sell still far away, 1.6. GCAD, GCAD's pulling back a little bit here. I potentially see something if you really wanted to risk it. Let's just have this here and add this one as well. So I see we've broken through these moving averages on the 4 hour. We're getting a small little retrace. I don't want to use this. 38 to 50. I'm just thinking there's a support level here, if you were trying to find something. $61. If you really wanted to risk it, I don't recommend it because it's 100% more of a 4 hour, very minor fib. Very minor. This is the 4 hours, so this is kind of just, I wouldn't recommend this, but this guy right here. So if pound CAD is moving up, that means we're getting a weaker CAD, and so we're getting a weaker price of oil. So if oil breaks through this area, then I think we could take that buy on GCAD. So 61 fib, 2 EMAs. It's at, the price is at 698. So if we get it in a couple candles, we might have this trend line, but there is a key level. We've got the support here as well, and some wick touches here. If we just pull it across, yeah, it's actually a nice key level with this high that it made there bouncing. So GCAD, something to keep an eye on, or at least have an alert, because if oil dumps, this could work out. So in order for this to hit, oil is going to have to do a small retrace from here, which is exactly what's happening. And then it will have to dump further. So with the Asian session tonight, that could, if we get a carryover, that is something to keep an eye on. It is a riskier trade, but sometimes when the news is volatile like this, you need to kind of just, you know, risk it. And we've got this daily moving average here, which is in the area. So keep your eyes on that. Quick look on the weekly. Yeah, nothing crazy. So GCAD is there. Stocks are at down 0.77. So the market's about to close shortly, getting a very minor pullback to end the day. The EMA and SMA indicators, they're not actually mine. So just put in EMA/SMA and you can get it. It's super good because then you don't need the premium, because you would need like to put 6 indicators on for 6 different moving averages, but you don't need that here. Yeah, I don't pass funding challenges for other people, but I try and make these videos to help you guys. So that is pretty much it. So keep your eyes on stocks, COVID news, any news in general. Things are really starting to heat up. So we'll see how it closes. We're down 0.84%. We've got that risky setup on GCAD. We'll be setting an alert for that one. Euro Aussie, we still are a ways to go, but a potential sell that could hit this week still. So if you guys aren't following me on my Instagram, I share a lot of, you know, not minute to minute, but hourly updates if anything crazy is going on. So you can check that out there. I hope you guys are doing well.